Senator Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Committee. For the record, my name is Ben Adams, Senator District 12, Nampa. Well, let's talk about this for a second. Sounds like I heard a lot of testimony, and I apologize for my tardiness, by the way. I'm having some breathing issues, so if my speaking is a little bit slower, please forgive. I heard a lot about jobs. I heard a lot about training versus active. First off, I want to talk specifically about Title 10 and Title 32. Title 32 funding is state orders training. And I apologize, but the general is incorrect. There's nothing in Title 32 that says that the governor cannot object. That is Title 10 of U.S. Code. And those are conflicting amendments. You have conflicting amendments within U.S. Code Title 10. Title 32 doesn't address that at all, and this legislation doesn't touch Title 32 at all. So I want to clear that up. I wanted to just generally touch on a few things here. Training versus active. This legislation will not limit our Idaho National Guard from going overseas to train. That is also incorrect. Nothing in this legislation eliminates overseas training. It eliminates overseas combat deployments. And the difference between combat deployments and training is one, you're training, and one, you're not. We're a volunteer force. That is correct. But we're not the Foreign Legion. We have civilian control over our military and our militia. And that's where we come in. This is federalism. This is how the Founding Fathers intended us, the states, to question the federal government, to pose questions, to challenge what has been going on for the last 80 years. The highest law in the land is the United States Constitution. Always has been, and as long as I'm here, it always will be. And Article 1, Section 8 gives Congress the authority to declare war. And any law written that subverts the Constitution and does not advance it should be challenged. Now, we didn't declare war in Korea. We didn't declare war in Vietnam. We didn't declare war in Iraq. And we didn't declare war in Afghanistan, where I served 2 tours. But tell a Vietnam veteran that he didn't go to war. Tell a Marine who fought in Ramadi, Iraq, that he didn't go to war. What's the difference? One, Congress, we have a scenario in our form of government where there is accountability back to the people. That is through our Congress. That's why the founders who wrote our Constitution separated the war powers from the executive branch. We don't have a king. I could talk about this a long time. This is not about jobs. This is not about, the Department of Defense is going to smack us if we put our heads out there as the only state to do this. This is about the oath that we all took. Last time I checked, I didn't swear an oath to the force structure of the Department of Defense. I didn't swear an oath to uphold anything other than the United States Constitution. That's what I swore my oath to. That's what we all swore our oath to. To say there's no risk, I cannot project what the Department of Defense would do. But I do know this. There is no mechanism for the federal government, the bureaucracy, not Congress. Congress has not opposed this. The president has not opposed this. All the elected people have not opposed this. There's a bureaucratic agency that opposes this. Fundamentally. So, committee, I appreciate you hearing this bill, looking at it, reviewing it. But as we go away from this, I want you to remember, regardless of what the outcome is, that our highest oath is not to maintain any status quo. Never has been. It's to our oath that all of us as elected officials took and that every service member takes to uphold the Constitution, not Title 10, not Title 32. This asks a question. Are we not allowed to ask a question? And this will go to the courts. Count on it. What's wrong with asking a question?